Okay, it says I'm live now. I'm still trying to get everything else loaded up because it's different than it used to be. I'm looking for how to get my logo here. That's not it. Showcase, no. Let's try this thing again. Nope. Okay, heck with it. Don't need a logo. Now I have to get something else up to show where this is coming from. Not that one. There. And screen share, this one right here. Maybe, okay. This miter stand was posted on a group that I belong to. I might not belong in it since it's top-notch workshops, and definitely mine is top-notch, but I enjoy the camaraderie in there and the help, and I enjoy being able to help people, and that's what this is about. This is a basic miter saw stand that the gentleman had some questions on. Should make it a cabinet, some other things to do it. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to use Sketchup to try to answer some of the questions on how to create it, how to modify it, that sort of thing. I asked for some dimensions from him, but he only gave me two, 36 inches high and 10 feet long. Unfortunately, that's really not all the dimensions I need. I also need the height of this, because if I don't have that, I can't tell you what these wings are supposed to be. So I'm just gonna wing it, and we'll go from there. I'm also going to show something I normally don't do. I'm going to go into the warehouse, get models, and hope it remembers me. Trimble has changed. See if I can sign in. That's what I was afraid of. Let's see if it'll just let me search. Nope. Okay, hit home. Now I'll try to search. And we have all sorts of Microsoft stands, but no miter saws available right yet. Now, here's one. Let's see what this looks like. That's the whole station. Nope, don't want that one. Okay, we'll get this one and just download it right into my model. And there's nothing there. Wonderful. Okay, we won't use that one. This happens quite often when you use maybe they put it on a different layer. Nope. Okay. we'll get rid of this one and go back and try to find another one. The models in the warehouse quite often are junk. There are some users that create really, really good ones, but most of them couldn't find their butts with both hands and 3 clues. So we'll try it again. And I don't want to spell it with a R-E because I'll get metric ones and just have all sorts of trouble. And you can see their search doesn't work too well at all either. Grizzly bandsaw does not qualify as a miter saw. I'm sorry. They're nice equipment, I've been told, but they're not miter saws. Well, I guess unless you actually register and join, it doesn't let you download anything. So, nuts. Okay. Try this one more time, see if I can remember how to get into it. Race. .3D warehouse, get models. Unfortunately, I don't remember my password. I was afraid he was going to ask that. So while we're standing here looking stupid, I'm going to go to try to find out what my password is and not tell you. Although I may have to have my wife come over and tell me how to find the passwords. Settings. Advanced. Passwords and forms. Language. Downloads. Cloud print. Browser settings. Someplace here there's password manager.
Password. What did you say about passwords?
Huh?
You said something about passwords.
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
I thought you read it off when you were reading all that.
Oh, well, she says I'm going too fast. So from the top down, disconnect, advanced sync, appearance, search, users, updates, privacy, passwords and forms.
All right, that's it. The next one down, manage saved passwords. That's the one you read before.
There we are. She's good. Manage saved passwords. Then you go over. It flops up with a list, and you have to find out where Google accounts. Let's try that one. Show. And that's my password. I will copy it. Come back over here. Let's see if we're still broadcasting. Yes, we are. That was a freebie. That wasn't planned. So we'll go back to 3D Warehouse, get models, sign in, bwelty5@gmail.com, which, by the way, is definitely my email, so you can send a letter to me. Okay, it doesn't like that one. This is going to just be so embarrassing. Okay, let's try one other one. And we'll try this one. Copy that and change my BW Sketcher at gmail.com and paste that one in for it. Okay. Typed it wrong. Yay! Now I'll try to do this all over again. You have seen a whole bunch of stupid things being done here. Miter saw. And enter doesn't work on search, so you have to do it with a button. You're just seeing many reasons why I don't like signing into the warehouse. For one thing, they track your usage, and if you use it too much, they don't need to pay for it anyway. Okay. And of course, I got a completely different set of them now than I had before. Let's try this one again. This is weird. All right. I am getting absolutely nothing. Oh, I think I might know what's going on. These are probably done in a higher version, and I don't have it. So let me try to find an old one. And there's a lot of dead air here because I'm just looking for stuff to do. And unfortunately, you'll find that more and more and more true on warehouse stuff. When was this done? 09, it might work. Nope. There are no valid models to use in version 8 so far. We'll try one more time. This looks like garbage. Nothing. They are all newer models that are not usable. There. At least I have my component there. Let's see if I can import something out of my own. Nope. So we'll just have to wing it. So let me get my screen back up here so I can see what you're seeing also. There we are. Hide everything, delete it. Now I'm just going to make a rectangle. I'm going to shift to a top view so I can see it better. Let us do .60 by 18. And you're wondering why I picked that. Simply because I wanted to see if it was going to work right. Now, we'll move this vertically 36 inches. Now we have our top plane to work with. I'm just going to leave that as component 1. I'm going to assume that the miter saw base is 3.5 inches thick. So I'm going to make another block down on the origin, or down here someplace. Let's make it 20 inches by, and the comma in there means by, 12. I'll make this a component, which my hotkeys are Shift-C. You don't have to use hotkeys, but if you don't, you're really hurting yourself because hotkeys make this whole process easier. So now we have a component. I'll make that active, and I'll go into this icon, which they call push-pull, but really is extrude, and I'll bring it up 3.5. Now I have what will represent my miter base. My miter saw base. So I'm going to go in here under Entity Info, and I'm going to change its name to miter saw base. And hit Tab, and you'll notice it's changed. So now I'm going to take my component, I'm going to center it I'm going to use move, and I'm going to use that point right there and center it midpoint there. Now, chances are it could go farther back. I'm giving some space on this, so if you have a sliding miter saw, you have a little room at the back to work. There were many discussions on how wide to make this top plate. They came up with 2 feet. Even a 12-inch miter saw is not going to cut something 2 feet wide. So I think 2 feet is kind of ridiculous. So we'll just keep it at 20 inches. I'm going to make this active. I'm going to put some dimensions on it so we know what we're talking about. 18 by 60. And that's going to be my base part right there. So right now I'm going to take this and I'm going to copy it. For this point, okay, so I had nothing selected. Okay, from here, this is getting annoying. There, that gives me the top where my actual saw is going to sit. Go in and put another dimension on here. Or not. I'll wait until I get some more stuff there. Okay, now. Okay, that's not what I wanted to have happen. Now I will my menus are telling me I have things selected, and then when I use them, they fail, which is not uncommon. It's a decent program, but it's free, so you take what you can get. Now I have made this active. I could rename it right now under entity info. I'm not going to right yet, but I'm going to make it active, and I'm going to extrude it down. 19 mm, I think. 19, not 18. Oh, it might be 18. I'll put 18 mm. There. That gives us the honest dimension, provided it is 18 millimeters thick, I think so, of what you're going to buy sheet goods in the United States now, and everywhere else in the world for a long time have been. Everything in metric. So if you decide you want to draw in American units, I'm even going to call it imperial anymore, but in American units, you can key in your metric unit and put mm behind it, and it will come out to be some sort of a dimension. As you saw, it was sort of 45/64s. Now, underneath this thing, we need some sort of a support, and the best way to do that is a 2x4. There is a plugin available on woodworlds.com called Create Board, and I'm going to just leave it kind of its default settings. And now I'm going to edit that component under Draw Resize Board, and I'm going to make it 1.5 thick, 3.5 the other direction, and 56 that way. I know 56 is the wrong way. And here is one thing I hate about this resize board. It made it move the wrong way. I didn't want it to. I have an origin right here. When I tell it to move something, it's supposed to grow from that point, not grow in a positive direction, not just grow any way it wants to. So I've got the whole thing highlighted. I will take it And that's the last time I will show you how to use resize board. I'll use create board a lot, but I won't show you resize anymore. Now the function I just went into here was move, rotate, or modification rotate. So now I'm going to take my 2x4 and I'm going to hook it right here. And at this point, you kind of need to know how you're going to make your corner joints. Temporarily, I'm just going to make these screwed joints, just plain screwed butt joints. So I will go ahead and pull this end down to here. Now I have a 2x4. And once you start doing these things, you will find out very soon that your first idea was probably wrong. So I now have two 2x4s under my coated MDF. Now I'm going to go into, well, I'm already in this function. I'm going to make a rectangle from here to here, and that function I'll go back over. That's your square, your parallel, your 90-degree parallelogram, okay? Rectangle, square, rectangle, it works. Double mouse button 1, Shift C, create a new component. Activate that component and make it 1.5 inches thick. Now, I'm going to copy that component, modification move, select it, and then your eyeballs go nuts on you. Hold the control key down. You can see the cursor changes. Let's do it again. Right now, we just have a standard 4-way cursor. Hold the control key down. That means you're plussing something. You're adding to it. So I'm going to take it from this corner all the way to that corner. Now, someplace under my saw, there's going to be some mounting holes. So I'm going to take that same component again, and I'm going to copy it 40 inches, except where to go. It didn't go anywhere. It copied it right in the same spot. Even though I typed in a number, it didn't move. Now I'm just going to kind of line this up under that saw, because your saw is going to have mounting bolts in a different spot. And I'm going to move it again. To the midpointing component. I'm going to move it one more time. I'm going to grab another one. And I'm going to just arbitrarily move that one. Now you can see they're in different spots. It doesn't make any difference because your mounting holes are all going to be different anyway. Now we have a component which really is kind of erroneous, because this component I'm going to hide everything under here. I'm going to hide everything else too, because when I did this, I had this as a component in a component. So what I want to do now is I want to try to cut it. Let's see if Control X will work. It did. Okay, now we're going to edit, paste it in place, and create, Shift C, a new component. Always make sure that this replace selection with component is active, or you will have a component you have no idea where it's at. Now I have a component that I can call mounting base top, whatever. I'm not going to change anything right now. I'll undo both, I'll unhide both of these. There. Now, we can, if we wish, actually make this a little bit different. I'm just going to leave it as thick as it is. What I'm going to do is bring this whole thing, I'm going to copy it from this point to here. And I want to move it from here there. I'm also going to copy it again from this point to that point. And actually, I do want to move this one inboard just a little bit more. From here to here, there. Now, here is where, not knowing where your mounting bolts are, these need to be trued up before you put this under here. Now, we'll go back into dimension again, which this is the dimension tool, and find out how long this thing is. 136 inches. That seems to be a bit long. Let's go back and look at our picture if we can find it again. Because actually, I just did this backwards. See, that's supposed to be on top, not on the bottom. So let's go fix that thing. Which is going to change where these go. I'm going to get rid of my top component here. I'm going to select this component. First thing I'm going to do is make it unique. I'm going to select this component and make it unique. And I'm going to select both of these. Well, first I got to make it active. And then this one. And this one. Make unique. Make my top surface unique. Activate this one. Make this one unique. And make this unique. Actually, make both of them unique. There. If you do it one at a time, you get two unique components rather than just one unique one. So now I have to bring this one up. I'll do it this way. So now I'll move this one. (19 inches). And you'll see that I've got a whole bunch of fixes to do because Now my base is no longer right. In fact, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this one first. $19. Except it didn't move. When you move it and it says it's a dimension and you hit enter, it's supposed to remember it. Sometimes it doesn't. Now, I'm going to have to change this top right here because I don't need it that big. So what I'm going to do is make that active. I'm going to go into this side. There. Now, I currently have a top. Don't worry about these red lines. That just means something has changed and it's not sure it's a true dimension anymore, which is nice. At least it gives you that warning. This is 142 inches. I don't think we're going to cut a piece of lumber in half. Well, we could. It's 12 feet long, but that just takes up a lot of floor space. I think with a little planning, you could probably do this a lot better. So I'm going to go back into this part. I'm going to select this, and I'm going to change it 22 inches. And I'm going to go into this one and change it 22 inches. And you can see that since I have the same name here on both of these, that changed 22 inches all by itself. So the second one went along for the ride. Sometimes that's good, sometimes it's not. And each time is just a by guess and by golly and, oh yeah, I don't like that. Okay, now that's 79, which is not long enough. So let's change this one out. No, because it's got the wrong one. Let's get rid of this dimension. There. Now, put another dimension in from that point to that point. And that's a weird dimension. I'm not sure why, because it's not square. Control Z, get rid of that dimension. Okay, from here to here again. It doesn't want to keep a perpendicular dimension. Okay, 79 inches, that's not 10 feet. Now I could pop up the calculator here. In fact, that's a good idea. I have a hotkey button here. Calculator. So I want 120 minus 79 equals divided by 2. Let's see if this works. Control C. Go into here. Make this one. Nope, 20.5. There. That's odd. Why did it do that? because the first move was nothing. Now we'll re-rotate this around someplace. It's not giving us a good dimension again. Get rid of this one. I'm going to get rid of a bunch of dimensions. There. Now, let's try dimension again. Now it's back to 139. I have no idea why it did that. Let's try 9.5 inches shorter. I actually think that a 10-foot table is way too long anyway, but that's just my own personal opinion. Okay, let's take this, make this active, and take this out. We might leave the middle one in and just move it a little bit. We'll make the top board active, and we will take it from there to there. Move this one from here I ended up with an extra one anyway. Okay, move this one from here to here. And we have a little overhang, so it didn't pull it to the dimension, the grip that I thought it was going to. One nice thing about this is erasing and moving things is easy compared to using pencil and paper when you've actually got to do it the hard way. There. That's what I wanted the first one to do. And we'll take this one and move it to here. If it won't grab the nodes or the grips or whatever you want to call it, just type it in if you know the dimension. There. Now we have the table sort of like it was in the picture. We also have an area here where sawdust can fall through. You might want to make this whole area enclosed and put a filtration unit down here, even though a lot of it's going to go in back. We'll work on that later. I am losing my voice. We have a table that's 36 inches high, 10 feet long, 18 inches wide, miter saw stuck on top of it. I'm going to save this as miter saw class. And I'm going to stop this so that we don't have a extremely long YouTube video. Turn off screen share. And I should be there. Hey, I am. thanks for watching. I don't know if anybody will ever. Oh, I do have a viewer. Maybe it's just me. Thanks for viewing. Somehow we're supposed to be able to share links in here, and I'm not sure how yet. Oops. Opening showcase, connecting to Google. I've never seen that before. Never hit that button. Somehow in here we're supposed to be able to share links. I don't know where they are right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. This will be posted on maybe on woodworlds.com. I've got to get a hold of the site master. He's having health issues. I'm not real happy with the response there. If you view it in YouTube or Google Plus here or my Sketchup You Can Too Facebook page, please hit a like or a comment, even if you don't like it, but tell me what pleases you, what doesn't please you. I'm doing these for you guys, not for me. And if I'm just completely missing the boat, I need to know what you need to see. That's why I prepared this one. It was a question in Top Notch Woodworks. I'll go in there and post this much of it on that site so that the guys can see what's done so far. I'll talk to them and see what other tweaks they'd like to see. Oh, and I have a Pinterest site too, which is also iSketchup You Can Too on Pinterest, and it'll be posted there. I don't know what you need unless you ask, so please comments. That's all a recompense. I feel like I'm staggered around blind here. Thank you. This will be posted in a little while. It takes a while for YouTube to compile it. After my voice catches up to me, I might do another one a little bit later this afternoon. It's kind of yucky weather here, and I really sprained my ankle here last week, so I'm not feeling like walking anywhere. Thanks for watching. Thanks for comments. I really appreciate that. Happy sawdust.